Hi everyone, this is Elena and welcome. Today I have a card for you using the Stampin' Up! Orange Blossom stamp set and doing some masking to achieve kind of faux dimension and still have a flat and mailable card. So I have a panel here of Whisper White cardstock and I'll be using some post-it notes and the stitched dies from Framelits from Stampin' Up. I keep forgetting the name. Stitched shapes, I think. I have the supplies listed in the description of the video as well on my blog. So here I'm trying to decide to determine which size of stitch circle I would like to use. So I'm stamping that sentiment onto my grid paper, and then I'm just measuring with the framelits on top to see which I would like to use. So I went with a little bit larger, and then I'm using here all over sticky notes. Like I just die cut 3 of them for future use, and by magic of YouTube they're already cut here. So I'm just removing one of them. I'll be using only one. Then I have my panel, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. After this, I'll trim it to 4 by 5 1/4. And next, I'm folding that sticky note in half so I can line up to make sure that it's masking the center. So I'm just adding that circle, and after that, I'll position the frame. So we're making the mask in order to stamp the sentiment, but because I want it to be centered, that's why first I put the circle, because that one is easier to line up in the center than the frame. So I'm putting my panel into the mini MISTI, and then I'll line up the sentiment. I'm using the transparency grid that I downloaded from the My Sweet Petunia website, and then I just printed it on some acetate sheets that are compatible with my inkjet printer. So I'm using Archival basic black ink to stamp the sentiment. So I'll go twice to have nice and saturated black color, so the sentiment stands out. So next I'm putting the sheet back, and I have the second part of the sentiment. So I'm lining and centering that one up and picking it up with the door of the MISTI. And again, I'm using the basic black Archival ink to stamp that sentiment. So next I removed it from the MISTI. Now we'll do the background stamping, kind of building that pattern. Not really a pattern, just like scattered elements. So first I mask the sentiment, and then I remove the frame. So when we do this, it's important to start with the larger to have more balanced background. We start with the largest stamp and then move on to the smallest. As well, it really helps to stamp odd number of elements. So I'm gonna start stamping 3 of the larger ones. So I'm starting with the orange, and I'm using Peekaboo Peach. I'm just trying it on the side to make sure that it gets inked up nicely and the image shows up nicely. So I'm stamping 3 times. As well, I make sure that I stamp over the sticky note, so those elements have fruit or flowers will give that circle mask more dimension. It will be more kind of noticeable that it's really a circle. So I'm just stamping different, going from the largest to the smaller ones. So here I'm using the new lemon lime ink pad. Then I'm using moving to the berry burst. And the previous pink one was Flirty Flamingo. So I'm just adding elements and then stamping. Next I'm using Bermuda Bay to stamp those little flowers. And just kind of keep building that scene, stamping smaller, and then smaller and smaller images. So here I'm just adding little central and dimensions to the flowers, and I'm adding some leaves and making sure I'm overlapping with that center, so it gives it more dimension and makes it more distinctive. So just adding some dots, and I think that I'm done here. Now I'm gently peeling that off. So I'm here trying to decide whether I wanted to do with Old Olive or Bermuda Bay. So I decided to go with Bermuda Bay. I trimmed the panel to 4 by 5.25 and then adhered to my card base using fun foam. So I hope that you like this video and that you'll subscribe to my YouTube channel and visit my blog. See you soon. Bye!